fellow RC Group's Wildcat Squadron members. We are back out at the field for an early morning sortie, and we're just going to give you a little tour here real quick of the field. So there's my little wind flag, so I know which direction the wind's blowing. But this is actually the driving range of the golf course, which is right out here. That's a little 6-hole pitch and putt golf course. And then this is the driving range. Normally, it's in very good shape. The grass comes back in the spring. These blue shades you see here have been destroyed by high winds and heavy rains we had in the late summer and early fall. But you're in a desert. I know, but deserts get flash floods, believe it or not, and they're pretty bad. This is a water holding area for treated water. It's not really poo water, it's been treated already, and it sits out here to get even more treated because the sun kills bacteria and does stuff like that. So they have 3 ponds, and I actually fly a Hobby Zone Super Cub off this pond. It's very nice, and in the spring, ducks come back, and it's almost a little bit like paradise, really. And then we'll walk you over here, and you'll see that I've got a drop-off. And when you get down there in the flat part of the driving range, it's about a 10-foot drop-off on these 2 sides anyways. So really I can only come in from 3 different angles depending upon the wind. I can come straight in this way, come in over the pond. I usually set up an approach over the pond to come in, then I'll come in lengthwise. That's a good approach. And then sometimes based upon the wind, like today for example, I'll come over the pond, but sometimes I'll have to come over the golf course. So I have a little pattern. I set up a pattern where I come over the golf course, I come through the trees, and then put her down. And that works for all my models. So we're going to walk over here. We're going to stick a battery in the Wildcat, and we're going to go for a flight. So we turn on our trusty Tactic 650, and we got Wildcat 3 dialed in, 5 minutes. Probably won't fly that long. Pull out a battery, see what we got. 97%, that'll work. Transmitter's always on first. Plug the battery in. Here, initialize, functions check. Left is left, right is right. Up, down, left, right. Alright, let's set our timer. Okay. Which way is the wind blowing? Alright. So, this is my little takeoff in this wind direction. I've got to go over the golf course. And away she goes. So I let her climb out, nice and scale-like. I do most of my things scale, but doesn't she look good there in that sun? It's a good-looking model, really is. Parkzone really got the scale lines down as well. You know, it's hard to tell, and someone much better than I could probably look at all those scale drawings and everything, but I don't think they enlarged the tail surfaces in this model at all. I think they did a good job with just making it the way a Wildcat is, really. And this thing flies really good, as all of you will agree. And there she goes. Okay, so I'm going to try some things. They're a little outside of where I normally fly. I do a lot of scale maneuvers. I try to keep very, very smooth on the sticks. I'm not a stick banger. So when you see me doing maneuvers, like this inverted reverse half Cuban, you're going to see that it's very, very scale, and it kind of looks like a Wildcat doing it. But then there are times where you kind of throw caution to the wind and maybe you do things that a Wildcat wouldn't do, which I don't like to do, but okay, I'll do it. Because everyone says, well, what kind of maneuvers do you do? So we're going to go up, and then we're going to push out over the top. Or we're going to try to. Try that one again. Let me line her up into the wind here. We're just having fun here. This is Wild Kitty, so this is kind of like my model that I have a lot of fun with. I've got 3 other flyers, Wildcats. My original, which is going on 2 years this summer. I've got another one that I bought, the classifieds, that I keep all stock. And, well, I say all stock. It's got a 30 amp E-Flight ESC. It has the 9575 prop normally found on the T28 and a few other models. But, which is stock, I guess. To me, that's stock, because that's the way normally my Wildcats are set up. By the way, that last loop, you'll see I kind of hooked it a little bit, but only because I didn't want to put her into the tree. So what's a hook? So a hook, when you're hooking a loop, is bad. We're about 2 minutes now, so we got some more time. So I'll try and hook a loop so you can see what I'm talking about. And flying an RC plane is a lot like shooting. There's a lot of muscle memory involved. So for me to actually hook a loop, I have to try. So let me try to hook a loop. So you come up, you go way over the top, you throttle down by halfway, you hold too much elevator, and whoa, see that? Okay, that's hooking a loop. That's bad. The loop should end with the aircraft in level flight. So that's called hooking a loop. So you might hear me talk about that. And now you know what that is, if you didn't in the past. And if you did, forgive me, but I'm always in an instructor mode, and I'm always trying to teach and share both the RC models and just the passion of the Wildcat, which is just a beautiful model. It really is. Look at her. That's a beautiful model right there. So Wild Kitty is kind of like, I'm not going to say it's my beater, but it's the model I'm really not, you know, I don't know. I'm not going to say I'm not afraid to stuff it, because you never want to stuff a model, period. But, yeah. She's a model that, and it doesn't get much better than that. She's a model that if I did stuff, I wouldn't be drowning my tears of sorrow, or drowning in tears of sorrow. There she is. That's one happy camper right there. There's Wild Kitty, one happy camper. All right. Go back and check our battery level. We were just almost at 5 minutes. This is a 25C 1300 Hobby People battery. Oh, let's guess here. Doesn't she look good? Hi, honey. All right. That's a interesting pilot figure. Let's see what we got. 35%. Whoa, almost 60%. A lot of battery left. And Wild Kitty says, thanks for watching.